Hi, I'm Martin from AMS Performance, and today we're talking about torque-based ECUs and their relationship to the parts that we put on these cars. So most modern ECUs, especially the Bosch and the Siemens that are available on a lot of European cars, they have what's called torque-based engine management, meaning you push the accelerator pedal to the floor, and depending on what gear you're in, what speed you're going, and some other external factors, it'll target a certain torque. Now, on boosted cars, it'll use a certain mat pressure or boost target, the turbo. It'll use ignition timing, throttle plate opening to target that certain boost. And what happens when you put parts on the car that let the engine make more horsepower? Well, a lot of times the car won't make more horsepower unless you demand it or target it. And what that means, you need good tuning to go along with good parts. And a great example of that is the Toyota Supra. We took our Supra, completely bone stock turbo, stock tune, put it on dyno, got some really great baseline numbers on it, and then put a big turbo on it, put a GTX 3582 turbo with an internally gated turbine housing that still uses the factory electronic wastegate controller or actuator, and that basically lets the ECU still target its boost that it wants or its torque that it wants. So put that turbo on. By all means, you'd think that turbo should make a lot more power. It's way more efficient than the stock turbo, much less back pressure, a lot better volumetric efficiency, and guess what? It made the exact same power. It spooled later because it's a bigger turbo, but overall power band, it was incredibly close. It was basically, they laid over each other. So what happened there is the ECU saw that, and it's basically as internal modeling for airflow. They model a lot of stuff. They model basically the back pressure. They model pressure drop across intercoolers, and it wants to hit that certain torque. It knows how much airflow is coming through the engine, and it'll pull back boost, close the throttles, reduce ignition timing to hit that target torque. So the car basically made the same power with a stock turbo and with a bigger turbo with no tuning. Another example is the F-150 EcoBoost truck. We tested which made a set of, and sell a set of intake tubes, that truck, that worked fantastic. We tested it, put sensors on it. We gained basically 1.5 pounds of boost, or 1.5 pounds less of pressure drop across the turbo. And again, you put the tubes on the car, you think it'd make more power. It makes the same power, but before, for example, it had to run 15 pounds of boost to make the power and torque. Now only runs 13.5 pounds of boost. So you increase headroom, you get more choke flow. You can actually turn the boost up now and actually make more power. But again, it kind of goes to show you, to go with good parts, you need good tuning. You need to have basically demand that torque. Now, it's not every single ECU, but again, like I said, most ECUs, especially Bosch and Siemens that are torque-based engine management, it is pretty critical. Actually very critical that you get a good tune to go with your good parts. To learn more about the parts we make, especially the F-150 or the Supra parts, give us a call or visit our website, amsperformance.com.
Visit amsperformance.com today.